One Planet Living is the challenge of our times. We all know that we're consuming too many resources, and we're seeing the results of that in climate change, disappearing forests and loss of biodiversity. The work that we've been doing at BioRegional has shown that it's possible to reduce our impact to a sustainable level and still have a high quality of life.
We now know that we're consuming resources at 30% more each year than the planet can sustain into the long term, and if we all lived as we do in Europe, we'd need 3 planets to support us. I'm here at the BZ Eco Village, which is a BioRegional project and where we have our offices, and where the One Planet Living story started. Here at BZ we've been creating a One Planet lifestyle. We've got renewable energy, car clubs and local food deliveries. And now we're working with partners throughout the world to apply our 10 One Planet Living principles. And this is all based around creating a sustainability action plan for each of our exemplary projects.
Under One Planet Living, we are developing a series of communities around the world with partners where people can live wonderful lives within their fair share of the Earth's resources. Each of these communities has very high targets in terms of sustainable technologies, but also in terms of sustainable lifestyles, and which is why we're working at neighborhood scale with shops, offices, residences, retail, all included, because we want to touch every part of people's lives. Our flagship development in Portugal is called Mata de Sesimbra by our developer partners Pelicano. It's a 25,000 bed ecotourism development which is funding the largest private forest restoration program in Europe. Our flagship project in North America is by Coding Enterprises. It's called Sonoma Mountain Village. And that project has very, very large targets for carbon dioxide reductions from the lifestyles of its residents. 86% is the target. And towards that, it's already installed one of the largest private solar arrays in California. In the UK, our developer partners, BioRegional, Quintain and Crest Nicholson, are working on 2 projects. One is in Brighton, called One Brighton. It's 4 months into construction already. And the other one is in London. It's the Mayor of London's flagship zero carbon development. Both of these projects have wonderful sustainable technologies, for example, biomass energy plants in both these developments. And they're also looking at sustainable lifestyles. So, for example, in Brighton, we have a car club. It's really a car-free development. We have food growing opportunities on site. We have sustainable food buying opportunities on site. And in the Galleons project in London, we are aiming to create lots of job opportunities through sustainable product and services in an area which needs those jobs. So really, all of these projects across the world have very high environmental as well as social targets. We have emerging One Planet Living communities in other countries as well. For example, in South Africa, we're working in Johannesburg and in Durban with THDev developments. In China, we're working in Shanghai and in Guangzhou with our developer partners, China Merchants Property Developments. And in the United Arab Emirates, we're working with Masdar, which is the world's largest eco-city for 40,000 residents, and which aims to produce more energy than it actually consumes. And it aims for zero transport emissions by powering all the vehicles through renewable energy. We're also working not just on new communities, but with existing communities. The community around BZ in the borough of Sutton, we're working with them to develop an action plan, a sustainability action plan around One Planet Living for the borough.
One Planet Living is even being applied to the London 2012 Olympics. BioRegional used the 10 One Planet Living principles to write the sustainability strategy which WWF presented to the International Olympic Committee, and we think this might have helped sway the judges' decision. It's not just about the games, it's about the legacy. There'll be renewable energy left on site, new sustainable homes, and of course it will be a low transport games and a zero waste games. And one of the most amazing achievements so far is it looks like we're on target to achieve 97% recycling and reclamation of the demolition materials on site, which is a fantastic example of best practice. B&Q are the largest home improvement and garden retailer in the UK, and they're introducing One Planet Living to all their company operations to reduce their impact, but they're also going to make it easy for their customers to achieve One Planet Living in the home. So BioRegional and B&Q are working together to identify a whole range of products which will help customers reduce their energy use, generate renewable energy, also perhaps growing their own fruit and vegetables in the garden to reduce the impact of their food use.
One Planet Products helps its members, who are mostly developers, housing associations and architects, to specify and purchase green construction products. We research the best environmental materials and encourage their use, and that means we can reduce the environmental impact of the UK housing stock.
We're really looking forward to working on these projects down the coming years and seeing them become a reality. I hope that we've inspired you to make One Planet Living a part of your life.